Ulysses' wife, and I am reading a hard copy of my husband's life. And this book is named Ulysses Found by Ernle Bradford. A little bit about Ernle Bradford is, while serving in the Royal Navy during the Second World War, Ernle Bradford always kept a copy of the Odyssey at the foot of his bunk. Having settled in Malta after the war, he took his small yacht in search of his hero Ulysses. To find the route Ulysses took and the places he visited on his long voyage to his home and wife on ulysses. With Troy as his starting point and taking into account the winds that Ulysses would have encountered, Ernle Bradford checked capes, islands, caves, and harbors against Homer's descriptions. Amazingly, he discovered the real locations for such mythological places as the land of the Lotus Eaters, the cave of the Cyclops, and Cis's Isa. This author is an amazing author because he gets to the point of my husband, and who doesn't know my husband better than me? My husband is a very mythological Greek war hero, and he is mentioned in the Odyssey, and if you want to read more about my husband, you can check out this book, and it just tells everything about my husband, all his and his partners, his men, all traveling to different locations like the cave of the Cyclops and the island of Lotus Eaters. And if you want to figure out the outcomes of those two locations, I suggest you to read. This book is very interesting. Some chapters include Chapter 7, the Goat Island, Chapter 3, the Black Ship, Chapter 4, the Wild of Wild Things, Lady of Wild Things, and Chapter 26, which is the Cyclops. And it is an overall amazing book. It even has notes at the end of it, summarizing chapters. It has an index in it, all about the people and the pages that you can find them on. It even has Ulysses' route in pages. I suggest you read this because it gets everything that my husband has done in his life. It doesn't leave out any missed ventures. You can read about the Trojan horse that him and his men built to sack Troy. And you can also read about how he put his foot down and convinced me to go with him to his homeland and leave my homeland. And because my father was so heartbroken, he rose a statue of me on the borders of my homeland. And you can read all about that and where it is in this book. This book mentions many things that he's done. It mentions his mistakes, his victories, and he learns from his mistakes and makes better of them. He did have a lot of mistakes. Don't let him fool you by how strong he looks on the cover and that he's a war hero. He does make many mistakes. Every hero does, but they always find the better in it, and they always come out stronger. That's why he's a hero. And if you want to read about everything that he's done, I suggest you to read this book. You can find it in any local library. This book is amazing, interesting. Please read it. And I will see you all